Okay, let's deal with some filters. Go ahead and, just for the sake of ease, we'll go to gradient, and I'm going to pull this down here in the center. I'm just doing this so this looks, fairly conspicuous against the white, and I'm going to change the color of the gradient to black here. So, okay, we're going to shoot down the filters here, this area, and so we've got 5 options for filters. None, of course, and then glow, which you can see kind of what that does. Let me change the color on the glow. Let's do like a red, or maybe a little more pronounced red. So a glow, and any of the features, video, text, image, page, or gradient, which we're on now, gradient, text, image, page, video, all have filters. And so sometimes with filters you have to just kind of see what you get and choose, choose your options. Again, you have none, you have your glow, you have a drop shadow, and this can actually be seen a little bit better if I change my distance. A blur, a bevel, and then again, this is just something you're kind of playing with. Your distance is the distance it's supposed to be dropping behind the black gradient, or the black background in this case. So your distance is 10. The angle, you'll see the angle change around from the left up to the top, down to the right again. So we're going to go back around, left, bottom, and then to the right. So the angle changes there. Again, the color, this is the color of the gradient. See this is definitely a little more pronounced. So your distance, your angle, your opacity, again, this is your transparency. Your X blur and Y blur is basically just how sharp it is. You'll notice here that if I go down to a 1 on the X blur, this green line definitely sharpens up. So it was defaulted to a 6 on the X and the Y blur. Again, this is something you might have to just kind of fiddle around with a little bit more to just kind of see what you get. The beauty of Wagon is what you see is what you get, and everything's real time. So you can always preview, and if you don't like what you see, go back and make changes. So the strength of the bevel in this case, just go and go through your numbers here and see, what looks best to you. This really looks pretty muddled right now. Actually, let me just drop back. Again, a lot of this is definitely just trial and error. So the quality, again, you want to take a look at that. You're not going to see a ton of difference between at the quality, but you definitely will see some. And then inner here, this is unchecked as a default, but you can check it, and it makes your bevel go inside the parameters, inside the lines. So let's see here if there's something that we can see a little bit better. See, your inner is unchecked here on the green drop shadow. Now if I check my inner, it jumps inside. Again, it's not extremely apparent. So with some of these filters, glow, drop shadow, blur, or bevel, some of these opacities or blurs or strength qualities or even your inner, they're going to affect them all differently. So essentially those are your filters. And again, something you have to just kind of experiment with.